description I might as well add then, so I can actually say that this is the
Okay.
true start.
Take 2.
Yeah, just gonna add the thing. Well, once I actually spell it correctly. True starts. Okay, so now that the games that didn't start hopefully out of the way, let's try and not have a game that doesn't start with this one. Oh man.
Weird world format, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm gonna go the same
Yes.
again. I'm gonna try Tails, just because, and I'm gonna get it wrong again, but that's fine.
I will go first.
Yep, I bet you will. Well, that certainly isn't the hand I can play. Where were they last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't see those, did you?
I did not see a single candy in either of the two. Yep.
Candy or DTE from.
I think I had DTE, but it was.
It was a DT at one
yeah.
point, but it doesn't do much for that cat.
Yeah, you did judge
Fair
it to
enough.
the bottom. You did judge it away. I had 2 of them in the hand in the first game. Right, yeah, go for it. By the way, I love how hard they were trying to push this. You see in the background of this thing, and that's the seal that Chien was placed in. They were really trying to push it, going, "Hey, play Forretress
It's a
with
neat
Chien."
concept.
It's cool, yeah. It's just like, "Hey, idiot, play it with this deck," you know.
Yeah.
They were really trying to make sure that you did that.
Yeah, so I'm just having to have a quick think.
It's okay.
I think the Ultra Ball has to happen. Not like one. So I think I do discard Boss Rocks here.
Yep. So I guess the funny thing is this would have been like a 50-50 to have been a mulligan if I didn't switch these back, right? Because this could have been either the Bidoof or the Bibarel that it was replacing. So it's kind of funny in the end with that. This might have been a second mulligan.
What the prizes?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, can you check? I remember just shuffle before sorting my prizes up. Can you?
Yeah, just like mouse over them so you can see the name of the prizes real quick. You there, Si?
The point went.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because this is a set of prizes if it's real. It's real.
Given the fact of your prizes went out after you had your opening hand, I can't see them not being real, right?
Yeah, I'm just. It's just it's a very weird set, though. I'm gonna say that.
Understandable. Understandable.
Well, I'm pretty sure. The real search is a shame to be.
Okay, yep.
I will manually attach to Shaman and pass it over.
Alrighty, let's see what we can do. We do have a nest ball, so I will start with that. Okay, he's there, that's good. There's one of those prized, that's fine, those are available. That's not too bad. How many of those are here? One prized, okay. One of those as well. We have all of that, which is good. One of those. Ah, that doesn't seem like too terrible a set of prizes then. Okay, because it is Nest Ball, I do think the Alakazam is going to come out first here. Because that's the harder thing to search. Like, Nest Ball is the biggest way I get to it. I'm then going... I know what I want to do, but I'm not sure which order is best to do it in here. This is one of those weird sequencing things where it's like, I think there's a couple of right answers as to how best to do this one. I always want to deck Fin first, but at the same time, maybe I want to actually pick up those pieces with this. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to try that, actually. I do have search stuff that I can use, but I think I'm going to Chorus first here. So maybe I pick up like extra copies of the stuff I'd want to search for. What the heck is that? Well, unfortunately that has to go straight away. There is 0 chance I'm able to keep that. Yep.
The deck is not playing with you today, is it?
Let my pride aside. Yeah. That's what I think is in there is in there. I'm in a very strange place.
You both are.
I'm not sure if that is the right answer or if the thing is that. You know what? I feel like I can get rid of one of these. We do play 4 for a reason. I think I can get away with that first. Okay, so clearly that didn't quite go as expected, but that's okay. I do have level balls, so we can go ahead and grab the Sprigatito. See, this is the thing, like, I could have deck-finned and searched first that way, but I was thinking, well, maybe if I keep them in deck, I might have more chance of getting one from the Chorus, and then I'd have, like, an extra basic as the setup here. That was the hope. Clearly that didn't work, but, you know, whatever. And then I am going to throw Artisan down, and I am going to use it. I'm just not sure exactly what I need to get. I think it, as much as I would love to get Bidoof, I think given the fact of this in the active can explode to give you a switch, basically, I think I probably have to get another Sprigatito. Because if I don't, I have a really awkward time, like, dealing with the bit here. So I do think that is correct. Right, and now that we've done all the fitting that way, we can use the Mew in order to look at our top 6 and grab an item from that. I mean, those are items of all time, that is for sure. I mean, we can grab a candy. That much is reasonable. That to the hand. Gotta place at least one down. We're gonna put of some sort. We're gonna put a DT on the Sprigatito on the bench, and that is gonna have to do it for just now. Go ahead, because I've used every trigger. So
I will start by using your Artisan.
Yep. So I can get the other Pineco at the very least.
It's just a deck.
Zedek recheck is like, my prices are what I thought they were, right?
Yeah, and sexual not being messed up by weird shenanigans.
I do always sort of forget that this has like the rulebox stipulation on it, so I'm pretty sure in testing at some point, or like, you know, like Mark Hands in a draft type thing, I'm pretty sure I've searched for an EX from this because I just don't think of it as having that sort of stipulation. But no, it is for the evolving stuff, which is good for balance.
The only thing is I probably shouldn't be having to do what I'm going to do right now, because honestly, I should have set to attack with the bloody Forretress.
Probably, yeah. Fari can do some reasonable stuff here.
Yeah, because I do have it in hand.
Yep. You click the Pineco first.
We got VSTAR.
Yep.
We have a Forest Steel Stone. I will manual attach to this guy at least. And I will use the Steel Stone.
Yep.
Yeah, probably correct. I should get this, blow myself up.
Okay.
It's gonna be a bit of a weird blow up, but I'm pretty up too high. So.
Yeah, it's up to, so you don't need to get that many.
It's a deck search anyway. I can fail search it, but
well, yeah, but that's not really the point.
yeah. Yeah, I should just search an IONO here.
Yep. Yep.
Use the button. Tell everyone else off for doing that.
Learned from my mistakes.
We have a nest ball.
Mm-hmm.
A Bidoof down. Throw down Lost City.
Yep.
And Revenge Blast for enough.
Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be there. Alright, we'll draw. Dear God. Okay. Well, this isn't going to work considering, but we will call rest here. Yeah. Yep. GG. No point in playing. You got rid of 2 red candies, so, like, what's the point?
Yeah, both my Wo Chien were prized.
That doesn't even matter. I don't even think that card is good in this matchup.
Probably isn't, but it does make your search.
To be fair, Shaman's terrible as well, but, like, whatever. Yeah, so, my chorus was Super Rod, double turbo, and double Meowscarada. Like, what? What was I supposed to do? Alright, well, I mean, you won the die roll, therefore I lost, so I guess I should start this one. Because that's just about the only reason why you ended up managing to do the bit you did, but that's okay. We will draw. Alrighty. Well, Nest Ball's a pretty good start, so we can do the thing. Ah, see, this is the disadvantage of doing it that way round, is that now I can't use that, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm not really seeing how this game is going to go any better, to be honest with you, but I guess we will try. Yeah, so we're gonna start with the Sprigs. And I think I just level ball a second one out here as well. Whilst I'm here. Just makes sense. So we can do that. Fire the Mew here. A couple of good ones. I think I'm going to grab the heavy ball actually, because that lets me get to the thing I actually want out of here. So hold on, let's shuffle this first, just so I don't forget. Use the heavy ball, and yeah, confirm the rest of the stuff is about what I expected. But Sir Doofenshmirtz was taking a nap. This is unacceptable behavior, so we are going to force him out of that. And then I'm going to attach a grass energy down here, and that will do. Go ahead.
Well, no. Yeah, this hand is basically a what the hell do I do with this type hand? It's just have to be research this.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, not really much you can do about that.
The VIP pass at least.
You do get there, that's good.
Roll a Shaman.
Yep.
I think it's just passing it back to you from there.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Well, that's a good card at least. Just gotta find a way to assist that. Let's fire the Mew first here, I think. Not exactly how I want that to go. Yeah, that could have been a bit better, unfortunately. Wouldn't have mattered if I did it the other way around because the deck shuffles anyway, so it's not as if that would have changed the outcome here. I guess I just grab Super Rod. It's probably alright. I don't think I'm gonna get to use it for anything good here, unfortunately. It's another one of those situations where I'm like, oh, this is depressing. Oh man, I really wish this card was doing more right now, but it do be that way sometimes. So let's see, what do we want down off of this? Because I have an Ultra Ball, it's just I feel like the Super Rod has probably got to go, and that makes me sad. But like, I think that's just the way it's got to be. Let's go that and I think is that fine? It's got a 1. Yeah, I think Rope is probably fine to go here. Next 3 cards, Ultra Ball, Meowscarada, Meowscarada. I'm not using Rope. I'm discarding it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like I think that's got to be the other one here. Let's get Cells Beeble. Yeah, if I could have drawn the next 3 cards out of the deck, this would have been insane. Double Meowscarada and the Chorus. You can't really ask for more than that, right? Alright, Beach Court's gonna go down, and I think a second Grass is gonna go here so that I can draw 4 and just kind of hope that we can thingy out of this. Yes, but at what cost? It's a non-trivial one. Let's start with Chorus then. This might make it a bit easier to work out what I need to do here. And definitely sort of does. This is a Chorus of all time. Okay, regrettably, one of them has to be him. He has to go.
He got lost on the way to the bagel shop.
He certainly did. So we do... I really wish I could keep all 4 of them, but obviously that's not how it works. I think in this position I can afford to get rid of a Sprigatito. It is awkward, but I do think the rest of this hand is a bit more important than that is to the long term here. We're going to go Ultra Ball, discarding Mew and Ultra Ball to grab ourselves second from the top here, grab ourselves Meow. And Rare Candy was the card that Bubro was holding on to, so we do have that. We're gonna Bouquet Magic to put the 3 on the Shaman. This is where it was like, do I keep Beach Court or do I keep Escape Rope? Because I could have potentially done the thing here. But the problem is, Beach Court I could put down proactively, which is why I thought it was better. Escape Rope I would have had to have played before I Beaver-rolled, and therefore I wouldn't be able to put the damage on the Shaman because I didn't have a Meowscarada in play yet. So I thought this was the better overall way round to doing things. Florigato is also there, we can get that down. We can now 0 retreat thanks to the Beach Court, and Scratching Nails for 100 to take the active down. which is not the
Usual
most.
bit.
It's not like perfect, but it's still reasonable here, I think. Because the VSTAR still dies to the scratching nails here because it's not DTE enabled, so.
Have a Florey.
Yep.
Have a Wo Shen.
Mm-hmm.
Beach Court Retreat out.
Mm-hmm.
Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Look for Mesa Goza.
Yep.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then this. Roxanne.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's fine. Yep. Tough, but fair enough.
Right. Nest Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Bing. Fail search. Let's vacuum my own stadium.
Yeah, that's fair because you don't want me getting access to it here.
And covered as Ivy, take out the Bibarel.
Yep. That seems reasonable. Alright, we will draw. Yeah, because Ivy has to hit the active, not the active, it has to hit the bench. It can't hit the active. That's like the whole point here. Okay, so this does 120 plus, so it would do 270 if I take 2 prizes here. Yeah, I should still win the game from that. Nest Ball. Nest Ball grabs out Radiant Alakazam. Alakazam can shift 1 damage counter from your Shaman to your Wo-Chien, because I will still do 220, get the KO with that. Bouquet Magic the Shaman, and that should wrap this up. Yeah, we're gonna Scratching Nails take the knockout on the Wo-Chien.
Like, I have, there's stuff I can do, but it's not going to achieve anything. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's not going to achieve anything at this point.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I was just trying to keep you off of anything while I figured out a kill plan for this. But
Yeah, no,
you
completely
bam,
understandable.
so.
Yep, no, completely understandable, but I was like, yeah, I can probably do the thing there. I mean, I did... knocking out the Bibarel was right. There was no way I could have gotten Manaphy in play that turn, unfortunately. It just wasn't possible. So, like...
Was I had boss in that Roxanne hand. I could have boss Florigato and tried to stall out that way, but that's a hand you've curated instead of a hand that I've randomized, so you've more likely to have a supporter out in that.
And I did have Chorus in that hand. The problem with trying to do that is that if I just get DTE, then I can still do work with that, right? Or because Florigata is a 1 energy retreat, I could just pay a grass energy too. You did Roxanne me out of 2 energy retrieval, so I would have had access to what I needed to just pay retreat and get out there. So I don't think you could have tried to stall it that well based on the situation. So yeah, understandable. Yeah, this is...
Sure.
They did. This is a weird matchup because it's just like, well, you obviously want to explode and give up the prize stuff, and we certainly, Iono certainly does help with a bit there, but it's also just a case of, but I also don't need much, and it really doesn't take a lot for me to just knock out whatever you've got active anyway, right? Because your stuff is, not only does it give up 2 prizes, and not only do you have to give up more prizes to make it happen, yeah, I'm just waiting for you to spread out before I do that. Because I'm one of the weapons
the same thing.
Yeah, but it's because you're above. It was easier for me to wait. So, yeah. So like, you want to give up. You have to give up 2 prizes to get your acceleration stuff going. You do want to give up prizes, to be fair, for doing the damage here. But the problem is that these guys also just kind of die in 1 hit. And yet Bravery Charm is your best bet for helping this guy not die in 1 hit, which is fair, but then there is this nasty little thing called Yoga Loop in this one, which would be pretty devastating, to say the least. So that's always a problem to watch out for. And it's like, well, I think the issue for you here, if I do manage to get 1 or 2 of these set up, is that I can just attack for a single energy, right? Like, I can just attack for a double turbo if that comes in. Yeah, it makes it a little bit harder to knock out some of the stuff this way, but like, then I just take knockouts in turns that you don't want me to, because I just take them in multiples, right? By either using Yoga Loop or by shifting over stuff with Alakazam. You know, if I just go, if I'm hitting 200, then I can just go, like, effectively put Chien to 210 or 220 damage with my Alakazam movement. And then next turn, it's just a case of either I Yoga Loop it, or if you haven't knocked out the Zam, I can move over more damage to knock it out in the active spot. And then it's just like, that's not part of the game plan, yo. So, you know, it just ends up being really difficult, doesn't it?
I did actually have a plan for if you tried damage shenanigans. I was holding Star Bloom.
That's fair, because you did have that access, but it is only on the benched stuff. And
yeah, which is why I didn't want to burn it on just like the 30 you had on me, because I realized if you take me out, I'm dead anyway.
Yep.
So what I was hoping to do was that I take damage, I switch out because I had hard switch, then I heal it.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that, but that's why you also had to Lost Vacuum your Mesagoza, because then it's a coin flip for me to find Alakazam, right? So you had to get rid of that to make sure that there was at least one way that I couldn't do it. So
maybe I shouldn't have played it at all, but I didn't want to keep you have your mobility in play either, especially if I'm trying to play the story game.
It does get a bit awkward that way. I can completely understand that. Meanwhile, yeah, this thing does more damage if there's any damage counters down. It is pretty efficient at it. It's not the bulkiest EX out there, but it is still Gardevoir levels without self-damaging like Gardevoir does, so there's at least that going for it. So it can often survive 1 hit. Most things are tailored to do a max of about 280 damage in this format. There are a couple of things that can go over, but even then, 310 instead of 300 is actually a relevant number, because it means like Gardevoir needs an extra energy on it, and Chien-Pao deck we'll see later also needs an extra energy to get rid of it. 6 is a lot to ask for that deck. So it is actually relevant that it has 310, and yeah, it's really the only thing that this deck has a hard time with is the fact that it can only hit the bench with its ability. It can't hit the active, which makes it really difficult to manipulate the damage in such a way that you can actually use its proper power here, because it does a lot of damage, but only if you manage to get the damage counters in place in the first instance, you know? Yeah. So that can be a bit tough. There was maybe an argument for me also not to take a knockout on the thingy there, the Pineco, but again, it's in the active slot. It can get KO'd by your thing with it, and an Iono to 4 in that situation isn't really that much more devastating for me. Like, I've already got set up, right? So, you know.
I think worse still that it represented actually a pretty effective attacker into 1 prizes.
Yeah,
Gardevoir is at least very annoying for you, because even if you put damage on it, it can boom.
Yeah.
It just booms afterwards, it doesn't care. Oh no, you attack the thing that's gonna boom anyway.
Yeah, it is irritating, and because you had the energy on the active, I did kind of think, yeah, I probably should take this one out. Because, as you say, this could have been your opening gambit for the thing, because a 120 into a 220 hit is enough to KO me. So, like, that genuinely could have been a way forward, yeah. So,
it's also effectively 300 HP, so it's hard for you to take out in one turn, regardless of what you're doing.
Yep, absolutely. So, I do think it was still pretty much correct to do what I did with it, even if it does open me up to the more devastating part of the play. I was like, yeah, you know what, I think even if you KO B-Brawl and stuff here, I think my board is so well established that I can probably just be fine. The only thing I needed was a way to get to the Alakazam, and I still had like 3 Nest Ball and 3 Ultras, I think, still available. I'd only used a couple for the start of the game, so I was like, I'm pretty sure I could still be able to draw out of stuff that way. Yeah, that was almost a non-game because the Bidoof got prized. I was like, well, this is exactly why I played 2-2 in the testing beforehand, right? Because it is very important to have that draw power available, but Mew kind of saved the day that way. I think there was a Nest Ball in that 6 as well, so it could have been Nest Ball for Bidoof out of the deck if need be, but yeah, no, it definitely saved the day, because I didn't have a supporter card, right? And one of the things I had mentioned, this Super Rod, which I had to just get rid of every time, because apparently it's useless. This Super Rod had, it was a Pokegear, which could have potentially also got me into that game at the start here, so yeah.
I did notice that there was Sprigatito and Lost Zone and that thing gone. I was thinking if you were slow start, I would have just started killing your cats.
Yeah.
Trying to keep you up to Evo.
Yeah, I think honestly, if it wasn't for the fact if I had an okay enough start with a bit there, I probably wouldn't have lost zoned the Sprigatito. I would have found something else to lost zone out of that 5. Because, yeah, benching another one would have been very important. But, yeah, the deck doesn't tend to need more than 2 at a time. So, like, I think it's okay getting rid of one of them that way. So, yeah. Also,
yeah,
very funny again.
Pointless.
Yeah, and very funny against you, because I don't play like research or anything like that in here, because I don't want to ditch the rare candies and all of that. Iono is uniquely bad versus you, because you're making me take prizes before I want to, and therefore it's like, my draw support is like really bad here. So, I don't think this is a particularly good matchup for me, but I also think if I, like you saw, if I can get one thing established and I can just like have the Alakazam down, I think I just win on the spot. So it's like,
I think the coin flip matters a lot.
Yeah,
because the nature of the beast here.
Yep, unfortunately so. But yeah, Beach Court is also kind of a weird one for the stuff here. Maybe this could just be another Artisan. I think I took out one of the 2 Artisan that was in here for another basic grass, because 7 was a bit too sketchy. But maybe this could just be another Artisan, and that probably would have just been the thing I lost owned instead of the rope or something, right? I don't know. But I think it's fine. I think I can get to my stuff relatively well here. It's just sometimes fine, as with all Stage 2 decks, sometimes you just don't find a candy or whatever, and I guess that's why the Mew is a bit more important in here than maybe I thought it was. But I really want a second B-Brawl line too. This is so good in here. Where's the
thing
space?
this deck to do to help this kind of matchup is to play Radzard.
Yeah.
Because it's not too big a deal, just put 2 fires in here, drop Radzard in over Radgren, because he's not the greatest here, he's just the only Radiant one playing.
It's possible, yeah. I'm not sure. Without Choice Belt, I don't think it does super well into most of the other stuff that you would want it to hit into, so maybe that's a point against it. You may need to...
Switch, but you do like these on the WoW Chiens.
Because you do want it to be at the 280 HP threshold as well. It's because being an EX, it's distinctly a bit harder to hit that 280 than it is for, you know, like a Giratina or something like that, right? Not Giratina, of course, can hit. It's more like hitting into a Giratina or an Arceus or something like that, right? Those have got Choice Belt that you can use to get to the number, but Wo-Chien being an EX, you don't. So it's a bit harder to hit 280 on this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep. If you had found the charm, I think I would have had to have played for a Yoga Loop turn, right? Would have been the way I'd have had to do it, because there's no way I can knock this out in 280 HP in one turn. So, you know.
At that point, the Shaman probably comes in, heals it with Star Bloom, and things get awkward for you.
Yes and no, because the Shaman wouldn't be able to heal itself, so, like, I was still at full health, so,
Maybe
like, I
was
basically
thinking
just
maybe I
traded
should've-
then.
Maybe I should have played the Bidoof down so I could use it as an attached pivot.
Possible.
Like, going to Bidoof with it put attached on it, because, like, the Bibberel was dead this game, so
Yeah.
it wasn't doing anything else.
Bidoof is so hard to want to put down, though, because this is 2 Bouquet Magics, and then I take an extra prize, and you can't afford me taking more prizes by myself, you know?
Yeah, especially as you did till the Pineco.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself on odd prizes.
Yeah. I do appreciate the idea of the Shaman V-Star with it here, but 120 would not have been enough to take the Chien out of range of another Scratching Nails. So that's the difficult bit here, is like...
Yeah.
Because Shaman itself was still
It's
going to
not
die.
really-
Yeah.
It's not really meant to use Star Bloom. That's
Mhm.
why we played Steel Stone, because
Yep.
Star Bloom is terrible.
Absolutely is. Yep, it's not a good attack. Alright, who's playing next then?
I guess I should get my first game in.
I mean, yeah, it's just who's playing you. Because I'm fine moving if we want that, or
I mean, it depends on what he wants to play, because my deck kind of eats one of the things that Sire's bringing in.
And I can bring something else.
Yeah,
it could just be a play the other deck if that's the way you want, or I can get that one game out of the way and then you can kind of do the other bit that you want that way.
Honestly, probably that long game is probably the better thing to decide to phone Mew into anyway. So.
All right, yep. I'll guess I'll take the next one then. Mine as well.
All right.
Great, then I'll wait to be moved over.
There is just one thing I forgot to actually change that I probably should. It was something that you mentioned, Pepper, so I should probably get the dude out. Even if I don't want to, I should switch one of them. It's fine. I just need to change that for a bit because it probably should be.
Yeah, this really is a real choice.
It is. It is. Alrighty, let's have a crack at this then.
Heads.
Yeah, you got it.
Guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you probably should.
It's a mulligan.
This is not, thankfully.
Going to beef about my colour just
Yep,
before
okay.
we start the game.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so take advantage of the mold.
Alrighty then, let's see what we can do.
Okay, game.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Yep.
Lay it
we're
on
getting
me.
Started on this. Yep.
Lay it on me, buddy. Yep.
Think.
So this is unofficially 5 VIP passes in the first turn in 3 games.
It gets better.
You got a
I'm
third one?
no.
Because if you've got a third one, you actually don't take a Pokemon off of this one, right? Unless Cram is also in the hand.
Yeah. No.
Because you want to make sure you can still play it. Because if you fill your bench on the second one, you can't use the last one.
I'm just not sure what to grab with the last one.
That's fair. That's fair. So this would be revealed at this point.
Yeah.
Mew's probably the safe bet here.
Not what I would have gone for. I think it was a choice between third Genesect and Ice Cube, but
Ultra Ball discarding boss's orders and switch card.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fusion strike system.
Yep. Dual disc system. Trademark. Every card we overdraw has to pay life.
You know, it does look like a dual disc as well. If you the deck where the drive is.
Alright, I don't know 100% sure what I'm going up against, so...
That's. I mean, you see the Kyurem, and it's like, well, you'd have an idea, but you don't know if there's any Pokemon V in this one yet, because it could be Palkia, right? So.
Do the second one?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Go ahead.
So you get the fourth one.
Yes.
Well, Bucko, you're not the only one who's got a good start off of the bit here, because we do have one ourselves. Right, so one of the cool things about seeing the setup the way it is I know there's no chance of like Ice-Q coming in and sniping my guys, so I don't have to worry about getting Manaphy down immediately, which is pretty good. Because otherwise this could get a little complicated with the way stuff is set here. Okay, so we got that, we got those, we've got all of those, that's fine, that is available, but kind of hard to get to at the moment. These do have a 2-energy retreat, don't they? Oh, I don't know if that's worth it, though. I really wish it was, but I think I might have to play safer than that. Pepper will know exactly what I want to do, but I don't think it's the safe play here. As great as it would be, I don't trust it. And also, all the rest of those are in deck anyway, so it's kind of a bad idea. Alright, let's grab the Doof and the Greninja here, and we are going to Irida. And obviously the item is going to be another one of these. I feel like I probably should just, like, get the bench established. It is a shame that Kyogre is like just short of KO in Genesects. That makes me kind of sad. Does 180 and the Genesects have got 190, so womp womp on that one. So I think it probably is Chien-Pao is what I'm supposed to get here as the Watermon, but I wouldn't count on it actually getting put into play just yet, you know. We are using the other VIP pass, obviously, and that is going to get us out the 2 Friggies. I'm just thinking if there's anything else I want to do before I conceal here, and I think the answer is no, so let's shuffle up and concealed cards a metal away here to draw the 2. Well, this is, as they say, one of the hands of all time here. I'm going to put a Metal Energy on the Greninja. I'm going to put down the second Bidoof, and I think that is where the turn is going to end. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, we obviously knew that was there because you Ultra Balled for it last time. That's completely reasonable.
Ultra Ball discarding Lost Vacuum and Battle VIP Pass?
Yep. Shoutouts to VIP Pass coming up as the 4th one there. Very funny.
Fusion Strike System?
Yep.
Cryomatic discarding Nest Ball?
Yep, any cards, so there's your energy, which is good.
We'll do a second Fusion Strike system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's spicy, but can I pull that trigger? That's the peak.
Oh, yeah, okay. Understandable.
Technoblast?
Yep. Understandable. Kind of annoying, but whatever. Alright, we will draw. I mean, it's like it's kind of annoying because it does stop me getting energy out of the deck, which probably will stop me actually attacking this turn, but kind of... Oh well, maybe I'll find like the Pokestop and bounce it or something. I feel like I still have to bench the Chien here, which is a little bit irritating, but it do be that way. Gonna Ultra Ball, discarding Frigibax, and regrettably the play I wanted to do, but I think VIP Pass was the better one to get off, and I'm gonna discard Cross Switcher here. I was so close to like getting the second Cross Switcher and like bringing up the Genesect, because I could have gotten energy off of the Chien as well, but I just don't think that was the right play, unfortunately. I really wanted to do it though, it would have been so funny. Alright, Beaverall can come down. And then I will Super Rod, which I think is going to grab just the Kyurem, because Superior Energy Retrieval already gets the medal if I need that later. So we'll do that, and then we will use the Beaverall to draw 3, because Path does not stop that, obviously. That is respectable. Need a bit more than that, but I think we can make that work. Irida is a good card, so we will definitely fire that off. Surprise, surprise, the item's going to be Candy. Just,
Yep.
Thinking
It's a very good
on...
one.
Yeah, it is a very good one, that's for sure. Thinking on the Watermon here... Honestly, Manaphy is probably fine. I don't think I'm going to need it at the moment, and the list does play a second Super Rod, so it is possible that I get it back. So I think we'll be fine there. Because I already have the Baxcalibur in hand, so I am going to Candy Bax here. And then Ultra Ball, discarding another Cross Switcher, I think, and the Manaphy to grab the second Beeple. Yep, right down at the bottom of the deck. So we'll do that, we'll evolve, and we'll use the second of the Industrious Incisors. We will draw 4 this time. Not quite. Okay. Just thinking what is actually worthwhile doing then. Yeah, so the annoying bit obviously is you can just kind of go and retreat and then have a thing to swing. You have also turned off all of your own abilities as well though, which is kind of good for me. I think I am going to attach a water here, and then I'm going to pay retreat. Do I want to? I don't want this dying is the thing, but at the same time, I mean, Path is in play at the moment, so like, does it even matter? I just don't want it going down, but then again, Frigibax is probably a bit more important. You know what? Yeah, go ahead. I think we're okay with that. Regrettably, I'm just an energy short of attacking here because Metal is in the discard. Yep.
Escape rope.
Well, I guess it's going down anyway. That's alright.
Cross Fusion Strike for Technoblast.
Yep. Just thinking how likely I am to get... I think I should be able to get the energy from here, yeah. Well, we'll go this way. Okay, Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's just double check the stuff here. Yeah, that's about what I figured. There's nothing to grab, unfortunately. That's fine. Let's go... This looks weird, but it's correct, I swear. Let's go Superior Energy Retrieval, discarding Rare Candy VIP Pass. We get the... I always almost check the deck. It's weird. We do get the 1 energy that's in there. Bieber can draw more cards this way, that's the main idea. Which I think I am going to fire one of those first. So we are going to draw the 3 here. That's pretty reasonable. Do I need that? Probably not. Would be nice though. Let's go Ultra Ball, discarding Bax and the Metal Energy here. Because we've still got plenty of ways of recovering that, so I think it's fine. Grab a Kyurem out here. Super Cold, use the second Bieber to draw 4. Super Cold, Energy Search. Grab ourselves another water. Super Cold. I don't know.
Yeah.
Super Cold here and Moonlight Shuriken, the 2 Mew VMAXs.
Fusion Strike Energy.
Mm-hmm.
Force Sealed Stone.
Yep.
Lost Vacuum, discarding Force Sealed Stone.
Yep. Lost Zone it. Lost
Oh,
Vacuum
sorry.
after all.
Yep, sorry. Whoops. Fusion Strike System.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be basic, okay. That's fine. Chromatic, discarding switch card.
Yep.
Put that down to get it out of hand. Same with this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a field effect, so we can at least try and go for this. So we'll play a power tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Do your second Fusion Strike System.
Yep, draw 5.
Chromatic, discarding Ultra Ball.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Alice's Sparkle.
Yep, because we haven't played a supporter, so yeah. What's your targets?
One's going to be the Mew, one's going to be the Genesect.
Okay, yep.
And Melodious Echo.
You have to you have to retreat first. You did Techno Blast last turn.
Oh, sorry.
I know it's like almost irrelevant,
yeah, no,
but
that
it's
does
still...
matter. That does matter.
Yeah. Okay, so that goes there. Prize gets taken. You have to come out here. Alright, we will draw. Right, let's start with the Champal then. We will search our deck. There's only one left, but I think that's just enough of what we need. So that's fine. Just run through the stuff again here so I can make sure of what's going on. So we got that, which is good. Okay. Super cold, obviously. We'll get that out of hand just now. Pokestop.
I figured trying to delete this if I could would be a good idea.
No, it's understandable, because that does at least create an awkward spot here. I'm going to bench a second Champao, and I am going to B-roll draw the one here. Okay, that's actually interesting. Very interesting, actually. I just don't know if that's worth firing is the problem. Might have to be, because I'm not seeing how I'm doing this otherwise. Because obviously Pokestop has got to get fired at some point. It's just trying to work out when and how, you know. Let's just fire it now, because obviously if I get the superior, then that's the main thing, and that's what we do get. Okay, Kyurem, Pokestop to the discard, superior discarding Rare Candy and the Battle VIP Pass. Actually, do I want to do it now or do I want to do it after? No, this is fine. We'll do it now, because we are going to grab the 4. It's like I could have paid retreat or something and done it then, but I think this is probably better. Manual attach there, super cold 2 kind of doesn't matter, but whatever. Use my last B-roll for the draw 1. And we will Hailblade, discarding 1, 2, 3, and 4 to do 240, which is enough to get the KO and the free prizes. Okay, and then everything goes off. Okay, and this goes off as well, technically, yep. Lots and lots of triggers to use in that turn, so it's, yeah, navigate it through as best I can.
Unfortunately, I think this is going to be my best play here. Iono.
Oh, yeah, okay. Makes sense. So, for each.
Sorry, didn't need to do that.
No, that's fine, that's fine. You're good.
That does work.
Yep. We don't need to use Pokestop then. Yep.
Fusion Strike system.
Yep, draw 4.
Whoops.
That's alright.
Palpad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just going to be the one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just to get rid of that. This way in heavy ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want a double turbo energy. Let's not. We'll do the second fusion strike system.
Yep.
Because we draw that, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Understandable.
Switch into this, and we will use block slider to... Right, is there a thing on the board? No, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
Block slider to take out the Kyurem.
The Kyurem.
It has the most energy on it.
I mean, you're doing 160 exactly here.
I suppose take out the Baxcalibur, yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm sorry, I was working on the idea that I wasn't going to get the fusion strike, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so prize gets taken. I need to do this real quick because this that complicates things an awful lot. So we've got 2 of those gone. That's kind of rough. Okay, we will draw. Yeah, that probably...
Let's go to Lost Zone.
Oh yeah, it does,
Well.
doesn't it? Yeah, Lost City's in play, yep. Don't think that really matters, to be honest with you.
Just thought I'd catch it quick. Just
No, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, I don't see a way of getting it. Yeah, you're 100% dead if you didn't do that exactly, but obviously that's what we play for. What else have we gone through? Just a 1, 2... So... I can't stop it is the thing. Yeah, no, I think you've got it. I'm pretty sure there's not really any way that I can deal with it, because I think I have a super odds prized. Yeah. Yep. That was the only way that you could win. I was 100% winning this game if you didn't do that, because I had Irida for superior, and I just win on the spot if you don't do exactly that. But I don't see any way that I can stop this for long enough to thing out, because the idea would have been to have gone for like just getting the S-Ball stuff out of hand, go for the cross switches on the gen set, but the problem is I just can't stop you getting to DTE, right? There's no way that I can actually stop you doing it, because you just draw your entire deck and I can't path you. So yeah, that was the only way that you could win, and I guess it was possible. So yeah, well done, I guess. Not bad, not bad. What?
I don't know
either. Undo?
No, fuck you.
I can just grab mine out again.
Exactly, we're bringing him out again. Fuck you. Undo is not like worth it on that at that point.
I'm not sure exactly why that happened, but
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's worth showing Mew because it technically won Worlds. This deck has been overplayed at this point for sure. There was not really a reason to bring this back out, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is my sort of altered thing with the Chien-Pao. I did run one less Water Energy in here in the end, so I could fit the Energy Search in, because we were talking about it during practice as like Irida for Energy Search specifically for the Metal was useful for this deck, and then I just draw both Metal in the start of the game, because of course I did. Yeah, I think I was still like reasonable into the bit there. I just obviously not having the mana feed down. I don't know what could I have? No, because I did probably discarded it at some point.
You did discard it at some point because it didn't have the ice cube up.
Yeah. It was like there was no sort of time. Yeah,
immediate
the ice cube
pressure.
or something. Yep. Yeah, no, you kind of locked down and being able to get all your Fusion Strike energy, like not prizing any one piece of that bit towards the end as well. Just kind of got a bit lucky with that, I think. I'm trying to think, could I have done anything? I had a double cross switcher play at some point, but I didn't have enough like energy. I was tempted to take out at least a Meloetta, which would have actually saved that. But then it's a case of I've got to go through like the full health dude. I didn't know if I could still do that. And I hadn't taken any prizes yet, right? So I think it was still a bit tricky to sort of do that. But maybe that would have been the right play, is like take out the Meloetta, because that had a Fusion Strike energy on it, and at that point you can't kill Bax in one shot. So, I don't know, maybe that could have been correct, because I could have then tried to like set my board up, because you had 2 weakened Mew VMAX down. Funnily enough, it wasn't correct to put 3 Mew VMAX down instead of the 3rd Geneset, but it obviously saved you in that game. But it certainly wasn't correct, because you want to draw more cards during the main part of the game, right? You deliberately handicapped yourself.
I was just worried about having not enough Mews set up.
Like
it's also a Kyogre target. 180.
Yeah, that's true. If I'd have been able to establish that earlier before you managed to get the evolution, I do just one-shot the Mew. So,
Fair.
I don't know. I mean, I think two Mew VMAX is generally enough for most games. I don't really think you typically need a 3rd one. I think you just got lucky that I didn't have light pressure until you were down to 3 prizes left anyway.
I was also thinking this could also attack if needed.
Right, which is why you don't put the 3rd Mew down. Because it can attack as needed. You attack with the Meloetta. So, you're correct, but that's more reason not to put the 3rd Mew down.
Fair. I'm not the most experienced with
it's understandable.
The Ice Cube. Like, if you think power 2 Genesect, you just put Ice Cube down. At least threatens things, forces the mana fee out, that kind of thing.
It's all good. It just forced it like made you play a slower game than you should have been playing, I think is the best way of putting it, which actually gave me more time to establish the stuff. Like the rest of my deck was kind of insane there, to be honest. I just didn't have the Super Rod available, obviously. So it was a case of, well, I don't see how I'm keeping enough stuff around now. Because it's like, I was trying to count, it's like you had 2 Power Tablet gone, you had like still 2 Double Turbo Energy, the Escape Rope count I didn't know, but I think that was kind of whatever. Obviously you had just put the boss back in, so that was thinking, yeah, I might not be able to like keep my energy safe is the unfortunate bit there, because I was just like, how am I...
These were prizes.
Yeah, but you did Power Pad 1 boss back in deck, so you had one boss available as the guaranteed bit. And I was just thinking, I don't see how I'm able to stop you drawing into it, which is annoying, because I could have Iono'd you, but Iona just doesn't do anything worthwhile there, right? Because I can't stop your ability.
Not that path.
Yeah, so it's like that didn't really do anything. And yeah, with not being able to attach to multiple energy, I just like my one way of kind of stopping or like getting into that again would have been to basically just like hope you can't snip my energy for the turn, and then I just kind of win on the shot after with the cross switches and the superior. But I just don't think that was really reasonable considering your like deck size and what you'd already sort of put through it. I just didn't think that was gonna realistically happen. Probably should have just still like made you do it, but you know, because a single power tablet also just kills the Chien-Pao in the actives, so I would have had to have like probably just put up a B-roll or something the turn prior. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, overall thing, this doesn't use as many of the Chien Pao because I used a couple of Metal Energy and the Kyurem instead. It unfortunately wasn't the successful version of this, but I feel like it was a bit underexplored, if anything, because, yeah, it's a bit on the frailer side, but it is the Chien Pao as a single prizer. Metal Energy.
Same attack.
Yeah, like the Metal Energy is initially awkward, but as soon as you get one in rotation, then Superior Energy Retrieval can just pick that up as well, right? So it's not even as if it's that much more convoluted as you play through the rest of the game. It's just getting the initial bit going is a bit awkward, but that's where the Energy Search is pretty useful. Otherwise, this deck goes like really fast most of the time because you've got the 4 Pokestop, you've got the 2/2 Bibarel to draw through things as well. Concealed Cards is really strong, so like as soon as you get going, Irida obviously is really good to just get to the rare candy backs. So once you get that little bit going and you've got the Bibarel for draw, you can always just attach every single one of your energy every turn. The deck kind of is almost unstoppable, but it is maybe very slightly slow compared to something like this at the beginning, right? Maybe it's because I had the Metal Energy instead of the Water, I couldn't get an effective attack off on the second turn, which was a little bit awkward. But yeah, it's just, I think it's fine. Like, I think the deck is decent. I think this is probably the better way to play it than the couple of them that did top 16 or whatever at the NAIC and Worlds, because I felt like those are just too slow and too focused on the Chien Pao side of things. I really like having the Pokestop, like Cross Switcher basically prevents you from having to play boss at that point, which is pretty cool. You can aggressively get it with like the stuff here, which is always good, and Irida can just be half of a cross switcher as well if you need it to be, so that can also do some pretty nasty things. I heard that Guzma was a good card after all, so, you know, having like half a Guzma on demand plus getting a water Pokemon out is pretty solid, so, yeah.
It'd be pretty crazy if they just printed Guzma, but in bright pink, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he must have gone to Ultra Space for that one, right? Surely. Yeah, no, like you're saying, I think, like, normally I'm a bit more iffy on Cross Switcher because I think it can be a bit awkward in a lot of decks, and I did still have to discard a couple of them here, so maybe it's not perfect even here, but it does free up your supporter slot so you can Irida more often, which is very good for getting Superior Energy Retrieval. That's the bit that you need every turn, right? So you can't always afford to play a boss in this deck, because you do often want to get the retrieval for stuff instead, so if you can't find that, what are you doing, right? So I think it's okay playing it here, but I wouldn't play this if I didn't also have 4 Pokestop in the deck. I think any less than that and you're kind of just being like hoping to draw this at the right time, and it isn't going to work out that way. But the fun thing about having the Pokestop build is you've got more chance of getting VIP pass on turn 1 as well, because not only can you just draw it, but now you can potentially get it as another, like you've got another 4 chances at it, right? So you've got a much easier time setting up, as well as late game potential to get like retrievals and switches and stuff. Ultimately, really, I think the only thing you could argue here is maybe the Kyurem is just too cute. But I did say way back in Evolving Skies, it's like, this guy is really cool, it's just really hard to like power it up. And finally we have the way to power it up, so I thought, you know what? Might as well try it, right? It's a little bit jankier than the quote-unquote normal builds for the bit here, so like it half fits the FEMA this week. But, you know, it's pretty neat. And like, this was about the best deck that came out of this set, to be honest. That should say a lot about this set, really, as far as the new Monster of the Week style thing for it. It certainly doesn't have one of those, so, you know. I guess Bax is kind of kaiju-like, though, isn't he? So, like, maybe you could, he is a Godzilla after all, so maybe you could call it a Monster of the Week, but it's not a very good one, so there you go. Just wait until Iron Hands comes out, though. Oh boy, this deck can do stuff at that point.
Yeah, you stop playing metal when you can play lightning.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, I think the only really new thing here is
this is the only thing I think that wasn't actually played, and the only reason I didn't do this 1-1 split when we first played the deck is because we couldn't, because this came out the set after I played it. So Yeah, I mean, obviously the double turbo is different from the Fusion Strike only build that I was thinking at the time. We played Psychic Energy in that build though, with the Fog Crystal, right? You remember we went that far with it being here? So it's like, you know, there's obviously been some yeah. There's gloves here.
Anti-Gardevoir tech.
Anti-Gardevoir tech, yeah. Which is fine. This card is like okay for that matchup. It might be. I mean, Scardy's a weird one in the first place because half the time you don't even need a power boost to knock it out. But I mean, sometimes it could be okay. You might get a Psychic Leap off or something with this, right? So maybe that's okay.
I was wondering how many tablets I would need to get off a Psychic Leap.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Just to get some of that 90 damage off the board.
The only other interesting bit to me is that this deck only has 3 Mew instead of 4, right? The 3 Mew VMAX is fine, but like very often, at least the old versions of this played 4 Mew, so it's interesting to see they actually went down to 3 in the end by the time Vance took the World Championship down.
They made up for it with 3 Sealstone.
Yeah, which cannot be discarded to cram, so,
They're free to put down at least. But...
They are. It's fine, it's just like, you know, the tools are less synergistic than they used to be in this deck, aren't they?
At least they're easy to get rid of.
True. Alrighty then, we've got one more to figure in with this. So yeah. We've had the Mega Jank, we've had the like sort of Jank, and now we've got the almost Jank.
The moderate amount of Jank.
Medium Jank.
It's like ordering off a spicy menu, like different levels of Jank. How spicy do you want your deck today?
Extra crispy, Fire Blast style.
I see. I'm sorry, but the chef doesn't adapt. Can you make one more stat? Can you make one?
Just don't forget the lemon garnishing.
Heads or tails?
Let's go tails.
You will need to move over as well, so I'll change your fingers.
Oh, sorry.
You did win the flip, though.
Yeah, I'll go first.
I have been miserable with my coin toss flips recently with that. It's been
I've been miserable with my mulls.
True. It's been completely ridiculous the last couple of things of it though.
Yeah. You see it?
Oh man.
Yep.
It is dark.
Yeah, dark, and I'm playing a lost vacuum.
Ooh.
Charizard, it's a bit early for you, isn't it?
Yeah, Charizard doesn't use Dart though.
Yeah, it's Terror, so it uses Fire.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Gutsy Pickaxe.
Ultra Ball
That
is
helps.
alright. Yeah, Ultra Ball's pretty good.
Ultra Ball discarding to Fighting Energy.
I'm going to say putting this down is probably a misplay, but it works out.
Yeah, putting it down in setup is a misplay, but like, yeah, as soon as the game starts, you're fine to put it down. Yeah, so we haven't managed to see this guy just yet, but that's fine. Squawk and Sears.
Gutsy Pickaxe. I don't know if I shuffled, I'm just gonna... Yeah. Squawk and Seize. Do I have to... I mean...
You don't have to discard your don't have to discard any cards if you don't have any.
Just making sure.
Yeah, this isn't to discard your hand. If you discarded any cards from it, draw 6, right? That would be the thing for it.
Hang on, hold on that. Dino Cry. Why is that not letting me?
Very strong start from the Ting side.
Yeah, this is way better than anything we saw in before, isn't it?
Especially with Tomb just being annoying.
Yeah, Spiritomb does casually stop you from using Moltres.
Draw. Trekking shoes. Yes, chucked anyway. It's gonna get chucked anyway. Keep on trekking.
Keep on tracking, keep on tracking.
It's gonna get tossed anyway. That's all. VIP pass.
Yeah, so you had the same sort of debate I did basically with it, with the chorus and stuff before, isn't it? It's a case of do you dig first or do you search first for the stuff? It's like, well, maybe if I find something with the dig that I was going to search for, then I could get something else with the search instead, you know?
Yeah. What do I try? Actually, no.
Thankfully, Gapejaw Bog does not work on VIP
Yeah.
Pass, because it has to be from hand so
Yeah.
the Pokemon come down.
It's probably best to get.
That's probably one of the reasons why, like, the Hisuian Zoroark is a bit harder to use now, right, compared to what it would have been before, because we don't have Quick Ball anymore. The Nest Ball bypasses Gapejaw Bog, so it's, like, awkward to set your counters up now, right?
To get the game going. So we're gonna go put these two in play.
Oh, you know what we probably could use, actually, with that next set? The Dodrio, right? I think that was what people did.
Dodrio. I think people did Bounce for Stop.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Well, wouldn't these already? No, because they
Nope.
passed right.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
literally
no
why
Would've
I
bounced
was talking
first,
about it that way. Yeah.
I would have bounced first if that was a problem. I think I'll do it. This is probably a bit optimistic, but I'm going to attach to the Squall.
Motivate is an attack that exists.
It does in this deck, believe it or not.
It might actually be relevant here, given the fact that Diaflame
Research.
Wings isn't usable.
Discard boss 2 energy.
Hey, Blue, how's it going?
Put Darkrai down.
Hello, Darkrai, my old friend.
Stop. Energy. Ding! Jackpot!
Of course.
Tell them what they win.
You win a very angry bird. To be delivered to you shortly. And I forgot I had Dreadman Genius. And I'll use him immediately. Oh wait, I haven't squawked yet, Evo. Whatever, brain is frying.
That's okay, don't worry about it, we're fine, we'll get there.
Yeah.
If you need to.
Yeah, I don't
play. Darkrai.
I don't play Pokemon Go, by the way, no.
There's not enough stops here.
Yeah, that would be the thing for me as well, even if I had a phone that could do it.
Cool. Belt's not doing anything here, so I just drop it down. For whatever reason. We definitely play a Dark Patch.
Yep. Because that's going to get squawked otherwise.
Yep. We did draw the hard switch, so we do get to go in with a bird.
That'll be good.
And yes, I think I will lost vacuum and what deny you this? Is this really going to help you live?
Possibly.
I probably will actually, with the thing gone to get rid of it.
Lost Zone
Is
it.
it? No.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, we'll get there eventually. Yeah, no, I actually think it will. Yeah. Yep. So now
It's got enough energy.
this is the power of the guy.
So I think I know what I need to do next turn.
Oops, Dark Patches.
Yeah, because Squawkabilly has to be to the same Pokemon, so it makes sense to spread it a bit more. Yeah.
Drop a belt on the Radgren, and we will motivate. Go team, go! Go team, go!
Go fight, win.
Match your fighting energy to the Tinglu.
I'm surprised you didn't react to that one, Sai, but you know.
Flying entry, I think both the Darkrai's.
It does make sense because the V-Star power is an ability on this thing, which we'd be able to read off of the discard pile anyway, so...
Professor's research, discarding Tinglu and Battle VIP Pass. Gutsy Pickaxe.
Ooh. My god, it actually did something for once.
Will it do it again?
And I do it again. God!
Oh shit.
Casually plays electric generator.
The thing is, I know what I want to do to just shut the entire thing down, but it also just lets Squawk get more energy out, and it's just
See,
awkward.
this is the problem, isn't it? If Tinglu's not in the active spot, then Darkrai doesn't get shut down. But if you put Tinglu in the active spot, especially with resistance, Squawkabilly just survives. And like, you know?
I either save my 2 prizes, or I get another Motivate up and just start doing silly damage.
Darkrai's Dark Pulse is the same as the previous one, right? Or like the Zora Ninja is like 30 plus 30, right? I should
Yes,
just...
30 plus 30 for each attack to all Mons.
I was pretty much just gonna say I should also just look up the one in the discard pile because it's there. Yeah. So it's basically the Zora Ninja because the previous Darkrai that did this was 20 in its numbers, wasn't it?
I can't let the Squawkabilly get more out of hand. We're gonna have to kill it.
I'm pretty sure that's actually correct because if you don't, yeah, there's like too much going on here.
Promote. Roll.
Monster Cardo.
Do have this. Do have V-Star. So this is probably going to get my Abyss targets.
Yeah, there's a very conspicuous amount of darkness energy still in the discard pile here.
Yeah,
Which is the problem.
You both kind of had unbelievable starts in this game, I'm not gonna lie. You know?
Looking at the hand, I think first thing's going to be a Pokestop. Ultra Ball. Another Dark Patch. Aww.
Yeah, that's a bit rough, but...
Yeah, because that late. I would have wanted that. Like, what am I doing? So I'm doing... I need one more after the Dark Patch, so I would have to do this Dark Patch, which is probably okay anyway.
My Kingdom for an energy surge.
I know.
In a deck that's already playing like 14 energy or something, I think, but like my Kingdom for a surge.
I just think if I need to double pack. I think it's smart double pack. I don't have my Dire Flame Crutch.
Yep.
So what else do I get? I'm just getting Trekking Shoes, and that's not really doing much. And I'm not doing my V-Star now in Tinglu matchup. It's insane.
Yeah, because you aren't going to be able to do it next turn, so this is understandable, I think.
I don't even think I can win from next turn is the problem.
Probably not at this point.
You kind of cooked.
The Ultra Ball does it. Oh, check. Where was it? The little Ultra Ball discard the Baby Mole and stop. Okay, no.
It's not prized. Yep, that would have been the concerning bit.
Yeah, that's the new game rid of one. You need 2 of these per game most of the time. You have 3.
Problem is, I think 1's going to be enough here because I don't think I can deal with this.
Yeah.
Just not enough damage. This guy isn't weak to fighting.
Imagine not
And I
being
believe
weak to
that's
fighting
Dark
here.
Patch as well, just to...
Do we have another dark in there?
Yep.
When did that happen? I thought that... Oh, the Squawkabilly, right?
Squawk die.
Yeah, fair enough.
Died.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And delete.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 270.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with that. And was garbage. That hand was...
Yeah, no, we're not doing anything from here, unfortunately.
Yeah, my deck just... That Squawk. The Squawk did it!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, that's the thing I've been getting for my test hands with this deck. That Squawk, if you're going second, Squawk is real and very good to go into.
Yeah.
You have no other good attacks turn 1. They're probably going to boss it up eventually anyway, and it sets you up to do stuff like this.
That was a cooked opener for both of us.
It certainly was. I don't know how we get any better than that, I'll be honest. Like, I know we joke about this deck being boring and everything, but like, holy hell, that was the strongest possible start you could have had there.
Yeah, like
these hitting
turn 1, the only first Dino Cry for 2 into 2 gutsy pickaxe hits for your Ting Lu. 2 charge things up, and you had fly energy to put counters on my Darkrai. If it weren't
the
for
only
Squawk,
way the start would have been better is if I started a Ting Lu inactive.
I think so, because then at least the double Dark Patch thing couldn't have happened.
Yeah, because I did have a hard switch. I would have preserved the Squawk energy, but it would have been awkward. That is 1 less energy after all, after everything in play.
Yeah, I think as it turned out, the Lost Vacuum didn't matter in that thing just because you were able to get the extra Dark Patch, but if your Pokestop didn't hit that Dark Patch, then you also would have needed an extra energy at that point. So, like, that Lost Vacuum actually was really impactful as well. Because without that, I think you might have struggled. Again, you'd had to just lock out and get the extra Dark Patch off of the thing, right? So, wouldn't have been super straightforward. Yeah, so...
I was out of support at that point, so things were pretty rough.
Unfortunately, fighting is grass week. Or,
Dark, yeah.
Sorry, dark is grass week.
Yep. God damn those bugs. Yeah, no, this is a very interesting deck for sure, and it definitely shows the faster side of what the format can be because of Squawkabilly here. It's of course a little bit of a frail deck as you go, because it's not too rough in the sense that you don't have to put that many energy on the Darkrai, so you can spread them around quite a bit, but it is a little bit like feast or famine, right? Is probably the best way of putting it, where sometimes you do just get sort of insane like opener bits and you can get everywhere you need with it and it's great. Other times, because you're kind of relying on getting like a VIP pass turn 1 as well as getting to the Squawk for the discard, and you need to have enough energy discarded for it, you might not just get the sequence that you need for stuff here. And there's only 2 Pokestop, there's not like the 4 like my Baxcalibur deck was playing, so that can also be a bit weird. Like, Pokestop discarding 3 Darkness on turn 1 was quite the setup, let's just put it that way.
That's
the reason we got excited for the jackpot. Because all of those darks came out as well. We could use them.
Certainly did. So, like, yeah.
What am I meant to do to stop that? Like,
yeah. So, like, we could easily see the opposite side of this come in as well, where it just ends up being like you only get 2 energy in play turn 1 or something, and it feels a lot more lukewarm than that to say. That
or Squawk gets prized. I do think we should. If I was trying to tweet this, I would try and fit a second Squawk in.
Yeah,
just the way it's become with my test hands.
Yeah, I could see that. Also, like, we didn't get to see the Galarian Moltres do its thing because of the Spiritomb, but this does help to get extra energy in play. You just really need those energy discarded early. And it's the same for this deck, to be honest. Like, your opener was insane being able to Squawk with 3 fighting energy there, right? So you could get the 2 in the discard you needed in order for, like, Koraidon to do its thing. Most of the time we found that just simply doesn't happen with this deck, right? Where you just don't even get to Dino Cry on turn 1, especially not going first. So I'm not convinced this is the best way to even build this sort of deck, but the idea is still relatively solid. It's just, as I said in the history video, I think the damage output of Ting Lu is just too low, really. That's the difficult bit for it, and unlike the Iron Fawns that comes out later, it can't use double turbo as part of its cast either, so it is hard locked into doing this like triple fighting thing, which is very difficult to power up. So it just kind of sits there, and it's sometimes annoying, especially because you can like put damage counters down on things that evolve and, you know, beaver rolls and whatnot. All the consistency stuff gets hit by this. Outside of exactly Squawkabilly, which is only for the first turn of the game. But otherwise, yeah, it's just a bit rough, isn't it? Because it's so hard to charge this up. I think we could build this almost a little bit closer to what is on display down here, with more energy. And there's actually the one cool thing in here is this Galarian Moltres, right? We could kind of ape a very similar thing to what Ogerpon does nowadays, and there's the Galarian Zapdos, which I used in that Arcanine deck, that you could accelerate energy to itself when you bench it from the hand, and then we could do like the whole Regidrago Ogerpon thing and play energy switches to do that, right? We could probably build a much more like energy dense thing to try and get the energy on this and get it attacking much more consistently. But even if we did, I don't know if it'd be enough to overcome the fact that this attack is just bad. Right?
Like, it's not strong enough.
It's just,
but at the same time,
yeah,
if it was stronger,
it would be gross.
Mm-hmm.
It would be gross. So, like, I don't want it to be stronger. It's just like, I think even if we built this quote-unquote better, I just don't see how we would be able to actually like justify like doing this, right? Because the disruption is okay, but not that ridiculous, and because it is a bit situational as to getting all the pieces in play for it, right? It's not just your opponent doesn't have abilities, it is they have to have damage counters on them, and it doesn't work on the stuff that's coming out as we go forward. So, right? But just imagine if you could get this on the Lugias, right, on their first turn or something, and you just are able to get a couple of damage counters down on the Lugias, and now they can't play the game, period, right? That's the sort of thing that we could look at for this. I wanted to say Genesect, but, well, we all know the problem with that. Nuts to you.
Yep.
Because heckin' Fusion Strike energy. You know?
They had to give it everything.
And the worst part is Mew resists this too, so you're literally never even hurting that thing. It's 130 you do at most, so it's so bad. Maybe if Mew...
I think Ting Lu would be best as a role player in a fighting deck that does not exist.
Yeah.
It needs a fighting shell. There is no fighting shell.
I could see that.
Strike.
Yes, yes.
Rapid Strike Ting Lu.
The Ruinations, they go turbo speed. God, imagine that Ruination Ruination 3 times in the turn, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna put you down at 1/8 of your health from max now. Good luck. Yeah. Oh well. So, yeah, the unfortunate thing for this guy is that he's just not, like, potent enough. But it is nice to at least, like, see something different with a bit here. Because, like, when are we ever going to see this guy do in any other point of the game, right?
Apparently, when Trumpet comes out. Because apparently this guy's playable in Stellar Crown.
Yes, you can use Glass Trumpet with him.
Oh, for Darkrai, yeah, I was talking about the Ting Lu. It's like, Ting Lu is never
the way the hand came down, I thought...
Yeah. No,
I think Ting Lu needs to be a support mod in a fighting deck, but there's no fighting deck for it right now.
Yep. No, but, like, there's a lot of things that you could potentially do in the future with stuff like this, and yeah, I could see it. Like, Stellar Crown...
Darkrai comes back in Roaring Moon things, and again, there's a Stellar Crown that we talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would also make sense for Roaring Moon EX, because of the whole, like, Dark Patch thing, being able to reuse those is also pretty good. So, like, rather than attacking...
Power and
yeah,
basically. As well, if it needs to.
maybe it could attack. It's just that deck I think would probably have a bit of a harder time getting a decent damage number out of it, but it could possibly happen. Yeah, well, several different things to see from this. Though at least we tried to play some decks from the new set. We did have half of them that were like brand new things with it. And you know,
the other thing I played was the Lost Zone Zard. Right, it was Lost Zone Zard, Spidops,
right?
Tyranitar.
Okay, yeah. So it was, yeah, as I was saying, the week before. So like, I think thank goodness at the very least that for the most part we've got other bits to thingy with Mew now, because hey, Charizard at least kills it, right? So
Mostly.
Yep.
So
Opinion Flames, it begins.
It's all good. It's all good.
It endures.
It is a fun deck to play at the very least to me, so it's like, again, it's not really that much of an issue that way. It's I thought it was just interesting because I know the reason why you didn't on Wednesday. I thought you might have just ended up stealing the United Wings thing and just trying that out for the stuff here.
I didn't feel like doing that because you had already put the effort into looking at that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd at least, again, I think my brain was obviously cat-infused this time round because I love that style of deck, and it didn't do very well into that, as you can imagine, so I was like, maybe this isn't good for me to play this time round, and so I kind of didn't in the end. But it's okay. Shemansky was an absolute...
That means if we can get a bunch more United Wings cards in the future.
Yeah, we get a whole 2 of them.
Dartrix.
Well, yeah, we get 1 United Wings, and there's a Kilo Watchwall that comes out that halves the damage, but it snipes instead, so at least it can do something funky that way.
If we're doing that, we need to clear up the piles.
Yeah, probably. Right, so...
As we just start the cows to finish things off.
Yeah, basically, with all that being said, if you've managed to watch this far in, thank you very much for doing so. It's always interesting. I do always find it interesting seeing which ones of these happen to do well and which ones don't, for whatever reasons. I think there's one of the Silver Tempest videos had like over 1,200 views on it by now, and I'm like, how did that happen? Nothing else has managed it around it.
Silver Tempest might have been a popular format.
Yeah, possibly. So, yeah, like I was saying, thank you for watching if you have, and until next